My name is Clayton Pilbrow. I was a crime scene investigator and an autopsy technician for the state for 15 years. In 2017, I started falling on crime scenes and in the autopsy room. I would feel faint and I would hit the deck. I would just be out for a few minutes. They let me go because that was dangerous for myself and for others. It wasn't until 2018 when I was very depressed because I had never been let go from a job before, and I was hiking in the Sandias, and my wife called me up to come home for dinner, and I remember turning to the car, and I remember the feeling of falling backwards, but I don't remember hitting the ground. And I was out for over 2 hours. And I came to 100 missed calls from my wife. I was gonna just come home, and she made me go to Loveless West Side. And 8 hours and an MRI later, they found that I had a tumor the size of both my fists put together in the back of my skull. So I am disabled now, and I decided I didn't want to keep just staying at home. So I made the menagerie because I create a lot of different little critters, and I love different life forms. I am a 3D art printer here at the Mothership Gallery. I decided, last year at the end of the year to open up this gallery because my wife wanted me to get rid of all the stuff that was piling up in the house that I was making, and I wanted something to be able to go and do during the day and not just always be stuck at home. I wanted it to be a space where people could come in, give me things to print, and then I could volume out things and actually make this a business. So I use a free program called Blender, and there's a lot of amazing things that 3D art can do. I mean, there are people who, like for dogs that lose a leg or 2 legs, that are out there making 3D printed harnesses and specially shaped to the dogs so that they can walk again. As we saw with the shooting of the healthcare tech, guns can be printed on 3D printers. But along with any technology, there are people who will abuse it and or use it for things that it wasn't necessarily originally thought to design. I really like the versatility of 3D printing, that you can print anything that you can think of as long as you can design it and you can meet whatever the market wants as a desire for things. So I don't usually do dragons, but I started making 3-dimensional dragons that are articulated, and I decided to make them eggs that can open. There are definitely some I'm much more proud of than others. I just made this Bast cat that is half alive, half dead as a Bic lighter holder, and I really enjoy how that one came out.
So last question, what advice do you have for young artists?
Oh, don't get discouraged. I'd say that's the biggest. I mean, you are making your art for a reason. You are a connoisseur, but also you have a set love for art, and whatever it is that you're making, it feels like your child when you're making it, but you have to give it away to make money, and you have to have that kind of separation, but you're always going to have a real attachment to what you're making, and it will feel very discouraging if people don't like what you're making and or aren't willing to pay the prices that you thought it was worth. And the depression of that can be real, and I want young artists to realize that they just need to keep pushing and keep making and keep trying, because that's the only way you're going to make sales. It's the only way your art is going to get out there. And if you get discouraged, it is so easy to just shut down and stop making your art or stop trying to put it out there. And that's a real shame, because everybody deserves to have their little piece that's important to them recognized by everyone, and to enjoy what they're doing. And I hope that people will just push through that initial hurdle of being rejected or being feeling like you're not satisfactory or feeling like you are an imposter. Imposter syndrome is a big one that affects lots of artists. But push through that so that your art gets out there. And I'm glad to do these things because I'd love to get more people knowing about the mothership, not just my menagerie, but the entire mothership, because there's 16 wonderful artists here